done for them at this point?
Well, you see, they're really having a hard time pushing into War Machine's defenses. Those pets that they bring along with the Bunny Thumper builds, they die extremely easily. But they need some way to utilize those pet deaths to fuel their build. And one of those good ways is Well of Profane, which will strip all the defenses of the enemy.
As we heard the team discuss between Game 1 and 2, the thought to bring Well of Profane to this game was certainly discussed. They decided not to do it. It looks like hindsight being 20/20. They'd love to get in a time machine and change that decision right now.
War Machine's definitely taking advantage of their misfortune and is trying to get the Flame Sentinels down so that their split can get to work.
War Machine's #2 player, Crazy Queen, coming up big for War Machine.
Yeah, just took out both those Flame Sentinels, which is extremely hard to do with her build. And this is forcing TE to have to send some characters back, which is not very good when you're running Bunny Thumpers. So War Machine's really punishing TE for not having that Well of Profane, and they're pushing them back to the flag stand. They've been junking around all game after they killed those Flame Sentinels, and are really starting to get some momentum back up here as VOD is just now happening.
We are at VOD, and despite being pinned in its base almost the entire game, WM has picked up some valuable NPCs.
Yeah, they were able to kill a bunch of TE's NPCs, giving them a strong advantage. They didn't think a team could get pinned for 30 minutes and then come out ahead.
So we are just into VOD here. War Machine looking to seal the deal and eliminate TE. TE looking to stay alive in the tournament.
Yeah, TE's having a real hard time hitting through all these NPCs. They didn't really get any kills when they had War Machine pinned in their base, and they're having a real hard time on this bridge.
All right, Blue picks up a morale boost as TE's trying to stay alive. The Bunny Thumper, though, is not having its day, as you see, just hammering away there.
Yeah, it looks like the Bunny Thumpers are going down quick, and the offense is crumbling as they're having to try to deal with both the split and the NPCs in the middle.
Things are not going TE's way here in a game they must have to force a Game 3. War Machine looking to close it out, and they are in control of this one.
Yeah, TE dominating the whole beginning of this game. Were unable to seal the deal due to a small skill mishap.
War Machine continuing its killing spree, and it is pushing TE, looking to push TE out to the middle.
War Machine now pushing back has gotten some good kills on TE. This might be a good time for them to get a nice, needed morale boost.
Now we are just over, we're almost at 4 minutes in the VOD. War Machine continues to control the action and have things go their way.
Yeah, TE making mistake after mistake here at VOD. Not only did they not have the Well of Profane needed to push into War Machine's base, but they're just getting outclassed in the middle here.
Well, when one team practices for 10+ hours and the other team sort of makes a strategical error before it starts, that's setting the stage for a mismatch.
Yeah, War Machine will definitely capitalize on any and every little mistake that you make. TE's going to have to make a real strong push here at the end of the game to even have a chance to survive.
Let's listen in to Paladin from TE.
Push hard, spin that defense. This is game, let's go. Push him across, stop that heel party. Push into him. They still have a bodyguard. Get the back. All right, get ready to future. Spend that degen. Watch Paladin, knock down.
TE's going to have a really hard time in here, even though the Bunny Thumper build is extremely aggressive. That large NPC advantage is just giving War Machine all the offense they need. So what we have here is TE's Guild Lord has moved on up, and TE's now pushing into him, and we're having the final standoff between these two teams.
Here it comes down to this between War Machine and TE. Look at several players there in the middle going at it.
Looks like War Machine's cleaning up TE's monks, trying to get a final push for that Guild Lord as soon as it can.
They're going after the monks to eliminate their healing powers to make the Guild Lord that much easier to kill, and in doing so, capturing the game and moving on.
Yeah, at this stage in the game, your monks only have to be down for 4 or 5 seconds for them to just drop that Guild Lord.
So the monks are going down, and War Machine is moving in on the cusp of capturing this game. You look at the energy going down for the Guild Lord. The Guild Lord is fading. They continue to help the Guild Lord, and there is the Guild Lord going down, and it's over. War Machine has captured Game 2. They have done away with TE. War Machine is moving on to the final.
The defense stays back. Their Guild Lord. I don't know who gave him that bar, but that bar sucked.
Treacherous Empire, since they were already down 1, tried to run a Bunny Thumper build. Bunny Thumper means you're running a lot of rangers that have pets, but there's also a spell called Death Nova that you would normally want to use, that when you send your pet in, you make your pet explode like a bomb and do damage all around them. They didn't take that with them. Unfortunately, War Machine was able to keep up the pressure and keep it even, and then eventually they were able to just press and press and press and killed the Guild Lord at about 38 minutes.
25분 이후에 화염병사가 죽고 나서 작업을 할 수 있어가지고 우리가 나눠가지고 공격을 하고 막루 쪽에서 나눠진 상태에서 좀 더 유리한 경기를 해서 이길 수 있었던 것 같습니다.
War Machine moves on to the finals with a $50,000 for first place and $25,000 for second.
$50,000 is the prize. No chump change for a video game in its first year of competition. As games enter the mainstream of esports, so do the gamers. And since we've always heard about how different video game players are, let's hear about the things that they all have in common.
Well, you have the typical gamers that are casual, play a few times a week, go out with their friends. And then you have the hardcore gamers that train for 40 hours a week. It's definitely more of a leisure thing for me, get my aggression out instead of punching someone.
We all knew each other during the alpha when the game was going through beta testing. Just sort of met by hanging out on the web forums and bonded together over the internet, surprisingly, which is kind of the first time where I met a bunch of guys over the internet.
Yeah, that's been the stereotype for all the gamers as nerds for a long time in Finland too.
I think people don't really think about the whole geek thing. Well, they're too busy playing, hence why people think it. And there's also little communities inside games. People look down on other people inside the game. There's like tiers of geekiness. You always got someone who you consider more geeky to look down on. It makes you feel better about yourself.
All my friends are normal guys, play sports and that kind of stuff, love to play video games, and if you just meet any of the European guilds, they come to Germany, they go to Taipei, first thing they are out in the bars, meeting girls and drinking, so they're just normal people that, one of their hobbies just happens to be video games.
I feel if you have a fit body and, you condition daily, I think it really does help your reaction time. I'll wake up usually early in the morning and I'll go for a 2-mile run and then just basic calisthenics. Maybe go to the gym occasionally. Nothing too heavy. I am a nerd, so I can't bodybuild or anything.
I played football for 8 years. Was in free fighting and kickboxing for 2 years.
수영이랑 테니스. 기분을 좋게 한다고요. 운동을 하고 나서 게임하는 게 더 기분이 좋아요. 운동을 한 후에 게임을 하는 것이 더 기분이 더 좋습니다.
I love gaming. I mean, I'd love to game the rest of my life, but apparently, it's like sports. You reach that peak, in your 20s, and then you got to stop because you get arthritis and bad knees, and I don't know if you need knees for gaming, but
The stigma of gamers being geeks is probably pretty much the same in the States and Europe. I suppose we could pretend to care, but we'd rather just have beer, to be honest. It's one of the main reasons for being here. They give us money, it goes to drink. We probably wouldn't go into something like this drunk. I think the Finns might have, but they're Finns. They go into everything drunk.
In this tournament, me and Uhu were drinking vodka.